Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren. I'm a lover of all things books, home, and beauty. Today I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog slash release night of Onyx Storm. Today is Monday, January 20th, and I'm so excited because Onyx Storm gets released today. I guess technically tomorrow, Tuesday at midnight. My local Books A Million is having like a midnight release party. So this is going to be like, come with me to Books A Million, get my book. I'm going to video all of my reactions to Onyx Storm because I've been waiting for this book for like over a year. This whole vlog is going to have a lot of spoilers in it. So if you don't want to know any spoilers about Onyx Storm, this is not for you. This is going to be a read with me, go get the book with me, hang out with me, and kind of an update while I'm reading Onyx Storm. And I'm so excited. It is 9:35 right now. She released a playlist on her Instagram for Onyx Storm a couple hours ago. I've been studying. When I tell you I've been studying, I've got the playlist right here. I Will Follow You Into the Dark, Skinny Love, Skin and Bones. Are we kidding, Rebecca? You're playing with our emotions. She knows what she's doing. You're Losing Me, and In the End by Linkin Park. I've literally been sitting here having my Spotify play, and I'm like literally studying each word bar for bar, torturing myself, and I'm already spiraling. So the whole vlog is going to be like my first impressions of Onyx Storm, kind of what I'm thinking, and kind of like where we're at and our first impressions of the book. But yeah, I will see you guys. All right, we are home, and here she is. She is gorgeous in all her glory. It says, to the ones who don't run with the popular crowd, the ones who get caught reading under their desks, the ones who feel like they never get invited, included, or represented, get your leathers. We have dragons to ride. I'm so obsessed. So yeah, it's 11:50. I'm about to start reading, and I'll see you guys in my first update. I cannot believe it's here. All right, I am 17 pages in. So far, we haven't heard from Xaden. We haven't heard from my baby. We haven't seen my man. And Darna, she's still so cutie and so like, let me help, let me in. So I'm obsessed with that. I missed Miss Andarna. And Tairn is referring to Xaden as the dark one. He always calls him the wing waiter. Shall I go get the wing waiter? And now we're calling him the dark one. So basically, we haven't heard from Xaden yet. That's the most important to me. Obviously, I want to know if my baby's okay. I'm ready. I miss him. And so far, it's just like we're reiterating like what happened. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Checking in, Violet and her buddies are going to find the venom that were like attacking everybody. They realized that they were sneaking around as scribes, and they were trying to free Jack Barlow's bitch ass. So Violet, Rhee, and Riddick were going down to like the torture chambers to stop the venom from freeing Jack Barlow. And right when Violet's about to try to kill these venom, who by the way were like, oh, the lightning wielder, don't hurt her, we need her. Why? And she thinks, she's like, to hold over Xaden? I don't think so, basically, to use against Xaden. I don't think that's why. I think they want Violet for a different reason. I don't know why. I feel like it was hinted in Iron Flame. But anyway, we'll take a pause on that. We finally see Xaden. I just had to update you guys on that. He literally like takes the shadows and like kills all the bad guys and then scooches Violet back, and he's like, this is what he says. This is the first thing we hear from Xaden. Tell me something, Violence. Why is it always you? Missed you, babe. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Okay, multiple things, multiple updates. It is 12:54. Next entry. First of all, Xaden, love you, obsessed with you, still like always. Violet says, I'm on page 24, by the way. Telling me you're capable of horrible things while still loving me is pretty much your idea of foreplay. Oh, yes. He says, that should scare the shit out of you, Violet. It doesn't. I rise on my toes and brush my lips over his. Nothing about you scares me. I won't run, Xaden. And anyway, so they're all like keeping watch for the venom. Xaden said, with my shields up, I didn't know you were in the interrogation chamber until I was halfway down the stairs. And Violet says, what? Then how did you know how to come help? And he said, I sense them the same way they sense me. So like, I guess the venom can like sense each other. So that's how he knew to like come bust up in there and help. Well, he didn't know to help her, but he knew he could like sense the venom. And he says, that's how I know I've changed, how Garrick and I have managed to slay more than a dozen of them this week. I can feel them calling to me, just like I can feel the source pulsing beneath my feet with its incomparable power, because I'm one of them. Scared yet? Of course she's not scared. She's obsessed with him. Also, how we get little like diary entries before each chapter. The next one, I have a theory. I'm going to say it right now. Lilith, her mom, the next chapter, I'm on chapter 3, and this is an entry from her mom. Sometimes I worry about Violet. She has your sharp wit, quick mind, and steadfast heart paired with my bullheaded tenacity. When she finally and truly gives that heart, I fear it will overrule the other gifts you've given her, and logic will cede its voice to love. And if her first 2 liaisons are any indication of what we might expect, God's help her, my love. I'm afraid our daughter has atrocious taste in men. I really feel like Violet's dad is still alive, and maybe he's Venom, maybe he's high up in the rank, and maybe that's why the Venom want Violet, because they want to take her to her dad. We're going to say it. And what if he's high up, and that's why all of the Venom are like, we need her, we're looking for her, whatever. And what if Violet's dad just wants her to turn Venom? Also, her hair's half silver. So it's like, did she get drained by a Venom? You know what I mean? When she was younger? Like, I have a lot of questions. You know, I could be wrong, I could be stupid, I could have no idea, but I'm like, these little journal entries, they aren't for nothing, babe. So I'm reading that and I'm sitting here thinking, recovered unsent correspondence. So is she just reading like is Lilith talking about Xaden? We know that they're looking for a cure possibly. What if Lilith was looking for a cure for Violet's dad? My brain is mush. It's also 1 a.m. I have a lot of questions, so. And let me say this. I'm on page 50, chapter 5, baby. Violet didn't come to play this book, okay? And I was listening to Rebecca's playlist on Spotify, and it's filled with a lot of badass, like, female energy, okay? Female rage. We love to see it. So, Aura, I guess that's how you're saying it. She's the new wing leader instead of like Dane, because Dane's considered a rebel, I guess. And she's challenging Dane because she's pissed off, because she's like, you guys left us. Maybe the Venom wouldn't have come and attacked Beskayeth if you guys didn't leave us. And she's like, you guys are to blame at this point. And Dane says, we chose truth. We chose to defend the helpless. Aura said, you chose to break the riot, fracture the quadrant. So she's like pissed off at Dane and she's challenging him. And Darna is talking to Violet through her head and she's like, Dane's not the strongest. If Aura beats Dane's ass with fire, you know, Dane can like read minds by touching them, so like he's gonna lose. So Violet steps in to protect Dane, okay? And Dane gets on my nerves, but like because he actually like switched sides and he's being a good guy now, like we'll forgive him. So Violet literally, as Aura is about to like cast and wield fire to like attack Dane because she's pissed off, and like everybody around her, like the fellow Navarians are like, yeah, Dane, you like betrayed us, like, oh, you know, like they're all like, there's no one around because there's like no structure right now. Like this is post rebellion, post like everything that we know, like everyone's trying to like fix everything right now. So as Aura is taking off, Aura, I hope I'm saying her name right, is taking off her glove, Violet throws a dagger and pins her glove to the wall so that she can't like cast fire. And she's like calling them all rebels, Aura is. And Violet says, Dane's like, Violet, no, because Violet's stepping in. And this is what Violet says. She's in her vigilante era, which I saw that song on the playlist, Rebecca. I'm seeing it. I'm understanding. Violet said, rebel is so outdated. We prefer the term revolutionary. And if you're gonna wield, then it's me you'll be dealing with. Because she's a lightning wielder. She's like, baby, you don't want to play with me. Don't play with me. Play with your, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Violet is in her villain era and I'm literally obsessed. She's not even in her villain era. She's just not putting up with it anymore. She's in her reputation era. the Swifties know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with Violet. She is positive Polly, this book so far. She is in her vigilante era. She's like, listen, I don't care. I'm doing what needs to be done. We just found out that Mira, her sister, came and she's mad at Brennan because Violet's going to go on, like, basically to go figure out, like, Andarna, where Andarna's, like, relatives are, essentially. And Mira's like, you're putting our sister's lives in danger, da, da, da. But Violet, she's not being a baby this book. She's like, you know what? I am a freaking badass, and I'm here to get it done and find a cure for Xaden and find Andarna's family, because they're the key to defeating the Venom. And she's not messing around this book. And she's really, really, really on her bad vibes, this book. And I'm literally obsessed with it. But yeah, I am 50 pages in. I'm reading slow. I'm like updating my Goodreads every 5 seconds. And also I usually immersive read, so like I listen to the audiobook while I read, but I'm really, really taking my time. I'm not annotating or anything this book. I might, because it's getting so good. I'm obsessed. But yeah, it's so good so far. I am like literally in it. I forget that her and Kat have like a ceasefire going on, even though Kat tried to get like under her skin earlier. Let me see. I put it in my Goodreads, but let me like flip back. Kat was mad because the Aura girl was trying to like rive everybody up, and like she's like, these losers, like why are they at Beskaya? Violet was like, this isn't how we treat our fellow cadet. And the Aura girl is like, they're not cadets, like these people aren't even supposed to be here, like you guys betrayed us, like da 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 da. She's just acting a fool. So like everybody's basically beefing, and there's like no leadership right now. Everything's just like a mess. And so Kat, she was trying to step in and fight because she's like, y'all aren't about to come for my people. Like, I'm not doing this. Violet gets in between Kat and the crazies, and she's like, you can't, Kat, you can't. If you fall. And Kat goes, you'd be so sad to lose your rival, wouldn't you? Or are you more intimidated by the thought that I could win and once again prove why I'm the better match for... And Violet interrupts her and says, oh, shut up. You can't wield behind the ward, so stop trying to manipulate my emotions. There's no winning here. If you bleed, we have no chance at an alliance. Because they're trying to make an alliance so that everybody can be happy, basically. And I'm not willing to lose a squad mate over Second Wing's assholery. You win and harm a rider, you'll confirm everything they fear about you. Because everybody's being prejudiced, and they need to chill out, because they all want to fight against the Venom, but they're freaks and they're stuck in their ways. So it's just so crazy, because Kat, her expression softens, and for a second she looks like just like her older sister. They're never going to accept us. They don't have to, I assure her. We already have. So it's just like, it's such a big moment for Violet. And also, you're better than me, babe. If she would have made a comment about my man, I would have wielded some lightning and electrocuted her ass. But I'm proud of Violet. Okay, character development. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm 50 pages in. I'm taking it slow. I'm updating my Goodreads as I go so that I'll have these little notes, and it's so good. I'm obsessed. I'm back. I'm going to finish this book at a snail's pace because I have so much to say, and I'm so proud of Violet. Okay, so everybody's beefing and acting a fool, and this is what Violet says, okay? She's a woman of the freaking people. I'm so proud of her. You've seen what's out there. Either this alliance begins right here with us, with our generation, or we will be the last dragon riders and griffin flyers on the continent. Sweat beads along the back of my neck, my temperature rising with every second I keep my power steady. Well, and then a teacher pops up and is like, yeah, Sorrengel's right. And these little shits are like, die now or die later, what's the difference? Someone from Second Wing asks. The professor says, die now and the scribes will call your name in the morning. Ooh, ooh. She says, idiot, what's the difference? You're gonna be dead tomorrow, that's the difference. But anyway, and then the teacher goes, choose to fight your common enemy and there's a chance you'll live to graduate. Personally, I like our odds. The last time a shadow and lightning wielder fought side by side, they managed to drive the Venom back into the Barrens for a few hundred years. We'll figure out how to do it again. So Violet says, I fumble the conduit and nearly drop it. Xaden and I are the first of our signets to live simultaneously since the Great War. Oh, okay, fate. Okay. So all the pieces are aligning. Everything's aligning. Yeah, so everyone's just acting a fool. They're trying to get this peace treaty signed so that everyone can just get along. Like, you guys all have the same goal. You know what I mean? Defeat the Venom, chill out. It's just crazy. But yeah, Violet, she's a woman of the people. I'm obsessed. She's literally on her P's and Q's, this book. And the character development is wild because she got on my nerves a little bit. Like, I wasn't hating on her in Iron Flame, but like, she was getting on my nerves. She wasn't like realizing, you know, what she needed to realize. And this book, she's really a woman of the people. She's like, girl, I don't care. Like, I'm going to do what I need to do. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd mention that. So yeah, there is my update. Got an update for you. Husband brought me popcorn. It is almost 3 a.m. I can't put the book down. Can't do it. Dane's dad is now the general over Basgiath, and he's a douchebag, like always. He's mad because Violet messed with the wards so that everyone can like do magic, protect themselves, so everyone's on an equal playing field. So of course he got pissed off because Xaden got like all of the rebels were pardoned, so they're safe, as they should be. Like, I'm sorry, like they weren't doing anything wrong. The rebels were all pardoned, but Dane's dad, being the douche that he is, like wanted to get Violet in trouble for messing with the wards so that everybody could do magic. Whatever, he's drama, we can't stand him. He said, you want to play with matters of war, then you won't mind serving on the front. He glances at Reese. Squad leader, every second year under your command is hereby ordered for 2 days of duty at the outpost of Samara. Samara? Not Samara. To begin tomorrow morning. The fighting there is rather intense. So basically he just sent Violet and her besties to Samara and to put them in danger because he's pissed off at Violet. Because he's a freak. Because he can't do anything to Violet because she's pardoned with the rest of the rebels. But he's trying to punish them. But it's so cute because Andarna, she took Andarna with her. And Andarna is flying in her little harness with Tarn. And she's like, I slept the whole way here. Because she's like, go to sleep, Andarna. And Andarna is sassy as ever, which I love. I'm obsessed. But yeah, it's going amazing. It's going stunning. And Violet now has access to the King's Library. And I believe the Queen's, Queen Mariah, she gave access to her library. Because Violet was like, yeah, we want access to King's Library, and she was like, you have it, and she was like, you also have access to my library, it's the best. Xaden's like, please tell me you didn't do this for me. Yeah, Violet did not come to play. She's coming to protect her man. She is trying to find a cure for the venom. I really think, obviously we know, or we are suspecting that Andarna's family is the cure, but yeah. We're here, we're locked in, it's 3 a.m. I'm gonna see how long I can stay up. I've been reading since 12. Off and on, I've been updating my Goodreads. We've got popcorn, got a Diet Coke. We're freaking locked in. I will keep you posted, but yeah. Andarna is cute as ever. Tarn is sassy. Him referring to Xaden as the Dark One and not the Wing Leader makes me so sad because I'm just like, stop it. He's still Xaden. And also, like, Xaden, whenever him and Violet, I didn't mention this, but this is a ways back, whenever him and Violet were getting a little spicy in the morning, he was like, oh, I'm not supposed to get carried away with you because he can, like, draw from her power. And he felt like his self-drawing, or trying to draw from her power, because that's, like, what the venom do. They, like, feed on power. And he, like, took pigment out of the headboard with his fingers. And then he was like, get away from me, because he's trying to protect her. And he also, like, made Violet promise, like, if he starts to not be himself, for her to, like, you know, take care of it. And she's like, I promise. Even though she's in denial, and she's like, you're gonna always be yourself. And I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm getting scared. I'm 74 pages in. I'm scared. I'm taking my time. And I'm scared. Okay, hold on. Violet and her buddies, they're already up there because General Bootyhole, Dane's dad, you know, made them go up to, I can't remember what the freaking name was, Samara. And obviously Violet and her gang, they wanted to go save this village. They were like, well, we need to make ourselves useful. So they all voted and they were like, we're going to go save this village. Obviously we know they're going to be, you know, the hero. They're on the way to save this village, which is Marin's family. Like, that's why they were going to save Marin's family at this village. And all of a sudden, the silver-haired Venom girl that was in the torture chambers that was trying to get Jack Barlow out, she's there. And she wields lightning. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. She wields lightning. So Violet says, holy Dune, she wielded lightning. But Venom aren't supposed to have lightning. She says, is that any way to thank me? Garrick says, because Garrick, by the way, is with Violet all of a sudden because Xaden was freaking out once he realized Violet left the base and sent Garrick. And so Garrick was like, yeah, he's not himself, like he's freaking out. She said, how did you get here? He said, it's not important. And then Violet's like, how did you get here? How did you get here? And then all of a sudden lightning strikes the ground because they're going to try to save this village, but like this tornado knocked their dragons out of the sky. So then all of a sudden, lightning strikes the ground, and he was like, damn, Sorengale, you didn't have to. And she said, I didn't. And then the silver-haired Venom girl pops up, and she wields lightning. And so, like, not killing you, of course. Though I must say, I'm disappointed you were so easily lured from your wards. Shame the girl's family raised weapons at me, or they might have lived. Talking about Marin's family. Violet said, you killed Marin's family to lure me? The silver-haired Venom lady says, only the parents. I left the boys as a sign of goodwill. Though you can't say the same about my wyvern, can you? Because Tarn had just taken out the wyvern while they were on the way to try to save this village. And listen to what the silver hair girl says. You, I'm curious about. I'll even admit to wanting, considering all that power. Not to mention being an effective leash. But him, she's pointing at Garrick. She shakes her head. Leash. That's exactly what Jack called me. She knows about Xaden. So, we're set, like, Violet keeps saying, oh, the Venom want to use me as a leash to Xaden. Here's my theory. First of all, this girl has silver hair. There was a letter of Lilith's diary, like, seeming like she was messaging Violet's dad. What if, and I've said this, Violet's dad is Venom, and then the silver-haired girl, it's just making me think, like, did Lilith hook up with Violet's dad? Like, obviously, like, while he was Venom? And what if this is Violet's, like, sister or something? Hold on, wait. I'm talking about leash. Violet says, let him go. This might not kill you, but it will hurt like hell. Drawing her dagger. The Venom girl says, let's not compare weapons. Our paths are too intertwined. To begin with such hostility. I know. You answer a single question and I'll return the walker to the ground. That seems a civil start to our relationship. Don't you think, Violet? And here's the thing. Violet's sitting here thinking like, oh, because what I mean to Xaden. Like, maybe that's why. Because they want Xaden and they want to use me to, like, make Xaden go, like, evil. Whatever. And maybe that's the case. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking her dad is Venom and he's, like, way high up in the Venom ranks. I can't remember what, like, all the names are. Like, the generals, the sages, whatever. And this silver-haired girl, our paths are too intertwined to begin with such hostility. She has the same signet as Violet. She has silver hair. I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. I'm on page 89. I don't even know. Okay, I just kind of finished, not the chapter, but like that scene of the battle. So, Garrick has a second signet. The Venom lady, by the way, her name is Theophany. And she called him a walker. Also, she said that Andarna is an Irid thorntail. Also was like, I forgot how short mortal memory can be. And Violet was like, immortal as opposed to what? Immortal? How old is she? She moves sideways towards the village, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, when the shadow wielder comes to us, Violet said, he won't. And then Theophany said, he will. And when you come with him, you will remember that I let you live today and chose me, not Berwyn, as your teacher. She said, and why would I do that? Violet said that. She said, besides the fact that he's subpar and you'd be chained to him, powerless to resist his orders, I'll let you keep both your dragons while giving you what you want most in the world, control and knowledge. And then her wyvern scoops her up and carries her off. Like, why would you not just take her then? You know what I mean? But she basically, and then after this, she was like, I hope you'll pick me because I saved your life today. And I'm just like, there's so much more to this. You know what I mean? Obviously. And obviously Garrick, he has a second signet, which was crazy. And Taryn almost died. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Let's go on a rogue mission and save this village. And that's great. And honestly, the parents died. And just like Theophany or Theophany, however you say her name. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. And this Venom girl with the silver hair who wields lightning, she seems to know a lot of lore on our girl Violet. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Taryn was injured. I'm stressed out. We know what kind of like dragon Andarna is now. And Andarna was like, oh yeah, I remember. That's, you know, whatever. Like, oh yeah, girl, now you remember because some random Venom girl knows what you are. There's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay, clocking back in. This book, it's gonna be the end. It's gonna be the enemy. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. So I'm on page 100. Violet's back. Brennan's trying to heal her. Dane's dad comes in. He's a douchebag, like always. And Xaden's like, everybody out. Everybody out, everybody out, everybody out. So him and Violet. I was going to say violent, and then I was going to say Violet, and then I messed up. Okay. So he's like, everybody out, and everyone's like, oh, I'd hate to be you, Violet. Like, oh, he's going to, you know, really lash in you. He kisses her instead. And just like the headboard, how when they were messing around one morning, and then he had his fingers up, and then he like took the pigment from the wood in the headboard, and he was like, see what I would do? I would start draining. Like, I'm going to drain you. Like, I have to stay away from you. So they haven't been kissing. They haven't been doing anything. They've been like the bare minimum, right? So he says, no, I need you. She said, you have me. He said, there was an hour where I wasn't sure I did. Sigale didn't even tell me. The dragons were communicating it. Garrick's dragon told him, and then Garrick told Xaden, and Xaden was freaking out. So first of all, let's not even talk about the fact that Sigale's mad at Xaden still, which honestly, valid. I understand why you are upset at Xaden. But that breaks my freaking heart because she's so obsessed with Xaden, and it's like she chose him. I can't even. He said, I wasn't angry, Violet. I was terrified. It's the same choice you would have made. The choice we did make. And I'm all right. I know that. His voice rises. And shadows don't just jump. They flee. Well, that's different. Yeah, because he's turning into a venom. And his powers are just... I can't. I know that. He repeats, softer this time. But the thought of you being out there beyond the wards, facing down a known attack of venom triggered something in me I've never felt before. It was hotter than rage and sharper than fear and cut deeper than helplessness, all because I couldn't get to you. The yearning. Like, I know he's a venom and I know, just wait, but I'm eating it up. I'm obsessed. Okay. I would have killed anything and anyone in that moment to reach you. No exceptions. I would have channeled every ounce of power beneath my feet without hesitation if it would have landed me at your side. Okay. She said, you'd never kill civilians. I counter with 100% certainty. He takes another step backward. If I'd been there beyond the wards, I would have drained the very earth to its core to keep you safe. Okay. Xaden, I whisper, every word failing me. I'm well aware that you can handle yourself. Hot, because he knows she can handle it herself. And logically, I respect your choice. Hell, I'm proud of your decision to save Marin's family, but something is broken between here. He taps the side of his head. And here, he repeats the motion above his heart. And I can't control it. You are on orders to find Andarna's kind, and I'm on orders to the front, and I can't even trust myself enough to touch you. You just did. My fingers scrape the rough wood and I shift my weight as I fight the selfish need to close the distance between us, remembering the thumbprints on my headboard. He might feel like he's spiraling, but he's just displayed complete control. And that's good enough for you? One kiss, no hands, fully clothed. That's what you want from me from now on? A loaded question, especially when my body is still humming for him, but every instinct tells me to tread carefully. I want whatever you're able to give, Xaden. No. You forget that I know your body as well as my own, Vi. Wait. Your mouth is swollen, your face is flushed, and your eyes. They're all hazy and leaning more towards green than blue. Your pulse is racing, and the way you keep shifting your weight tells me that if I were to strip these pants off you right now, I'd find you more than ready for me. Bitch. Hold on. A kiss isn't enough. It never is with us. You want me the same way I want you. Wholly, completely, with nothing but skin between us. Heart, mind, and body. All I want is to lose myself in you, and I can't. You are the only person in the world with the power to strip me of every ounce of my control, and the only person I can't fathom losing that control with. And yet here I am, unable to keep 3 fucking feet away from you. The yearning. They're yearning, but they're right there. But he doesn't want to hurt her. He loves her, but it's like, it's making me sick to my stomach in such a good way, but I'm sick. I'm sick. We'll figure it out. We always do. You'll learn how to keep control while I find a cure. And if we have to draw the line at a kiss, his gaze drops to my mouth. Then that's the line. If it means I don't have to... If it means I don't get to have you in my bed until I find a way to cure you, then I guess that's just extra incentive for me to work quickly, isn't it? He releases my braid and stands at his full height. You really think you can, don't you? I'm not okay. Like, I want him to be cured. Like, this book is going to be the freaking death of me. Like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know what I expected. I mean, obviously, no duh. Like, we knew what we were going into with this book, but it's just like, it's eating me up. It's eating me up. It's eating me up. The Xaden girlies are not going to be okay. I'm not okay. Anyway, just had to share that. Professor Ryerson. So now him and Violet can't be in a relationship openly? I'm sorry. Come again. But also hot? Yeah. Hot. I'm obsessed. All right. I just had to say that. I'm on page 137. Xaden's teaching everybody how to combat, and it's Violet's turn. And they're kissing in the shadows in the middle of class. I love it so much. I love it so much. Like, I can't. It's so freaking good. Like, I can't even handle it. Anyway, page 137. 5:09 in the morning. We're still going strong. Page 143. Not Dane having a little redemption arc, helping Violet get into her dad's old office. I see you. Still don't like you, but I see you. Okay, I don't know if I'm Delulu or what, but I'm on page 144, and Violet just looked at the note that her dad left. Hold on. Scrap piece of parchment Dad had stashed in a roll beneath a lock that Dane retrieved from his dad's office. And it says, "First love is irreplaceable." Okay, remember that. And if you flip back to page 25, where the journal entry from her mom, this is why I said I think that her dad's venom, because her mom was like writing letters to her dad. It just seems kind of weird. This is what her mom's journal entry says. "Sometimes I worry about Violet. She has your sharp wit, quick mind, and steadfast heart paired with my bold-headed tenacity. When she finally and truly gives that heart, I fear it will overrule the other gifts you've given her, and logic will cede its voice to love. And if her first 2 liaisons are any indication of what we might expect, God's help her, my love. I'm afraid our daughter has atrocious taste in men." It's like Lilith was writing a letter to Violet's dad, whenever she was alive, clearly, because you can't write letters from the dead, to her dad about Violet's love life, which had to mean when Violet met Xaden, okay? So if she's writing that to Violet's dad, who's supposed to be dead, And then Violet just finds this scrap piece of parchment. First love is irreplaceable. And it says under there, nothing Dad wrote was ever simple. So what the hell is that supposed to mean? Baby, what do you mean? What is it supposed to mean? First love is irreplaceable. It just seems like Lilith and Violet's dad were communicating. But how could he... That makes sense. First love is irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I'm just crazy, but I'm like, that would make sense. That would be a normal response. Like, if you're just, like, taking it out of context, first love is irreplaceable. Oh, like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you connect it to chapter 3, page 25, sometimes I worry about Violet. She has your wit, quick mind, blah, 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 blah. But when she finally truly gives her heart, I fear it will overrule the other gifts you've given her, and logic will cede its voice to love. And if her first 2 liaisons are any indication of what we might expect, God's help her, my love. I'm afraid our daughter has atrocious taste in men. I don't know. Like, I feel like those are connected, but maybe I'm just Delulu. I don't know. But yeah, I need to remember this. Violet has an ex-boyfriend who cheated on her with a professor. It's giving the cat situation all over again, except Xaden is a Venom man, so he's not gonna play games with this. Like, I'm so excited. Eating it up. Jealous Xaden is... But jealous Venom Xaden? I'm gagged. I'm sat and I'm gagged. I'm on page 160. And it is 5:49 in the morning, and I'm officially peacing out for today. See you tomorrow or today when I wake up and we continue. Hi, first update for today, which is Tuesday, January 21st at 1:35 p.m. The Theophany girl, the Venom, we're just gonna call her T. She left a note for Violet whenever they found this artifact that they were looking for, and it was addressed to Lightning Wielder, obviously Violet, and it says, Violet, just a reminder that while I want you to come of your own free will, I'm capable of taking you whenever I wish. Why do you not ask me for the answers you so desperately seek? T. So it's like, she either knows, and it says right here, either she knows I'm looking for Andarna's kind, or she knows I'm looking for a cure. Xaden stiffens to the point of statuary. She knew we'd be there. It's crazy. I'm on page 170, and I'm just like, what is the connection with this Venom girl? Like, I need to know. Also, they were on this mission to find this artifact that Kat told them about, and they obviously couldn't take Kat with them because Professor Grady's a douche. He's dead. Aura's dead because of Aura. So, and she was getting on my nerves anyway, so I'm like, thank God. Let's kill her off. I mean, that's terrible. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Anyway, that's my update for now. Check back in a second. There are so many other things going on in this book, but I just have to say, first of all, I'm on page 184. It is 246. I am so obsessed with jealous Xaden. I know we're worried about him. I know we're looking for the cure, and I'm stressed about that too, but like, jealous Xaden is hot Xaden. And the Venom, whatever's going on, making him more jealous and like not having a good handle on his emotions. Yeah. I'm eating it up. Anyway, that's my update I have for now. They're on a mission, looking for the cure, looking for info about Andarna and where she comes from, and I'm just gagged and obsessed. And Violet, she's like talking about, let me see, Xaden's like picking a fight with her ex-boyfriend because her ex-boyfriend's a douche. Karis asks why he's not wearing his insignia on his rank because now he's the Duke again. And Xaden says, shiny things make good targets. And I've never been one to confuse a title with power. Not him roasting her ex-boyfriend right in front of him. And Violet says, she's thinking, is he really starting shit with Halden right now? I go to roll my eyes, then blink. Is this what Xaden went through when Kat showed up this past fall? Yeah, it is. So now you can sympathize with our man Xaden because he only wants you. You only want him. But I love when a man is jealous. It makes me so happy. Watching Xaden squirm is delicious, even though he has no reason to be squirming. But I'm obsessed. Yep, that's my update for now. I'm on page 195. Xaden. Their magic is cut off right now and they're at the beach because they're going to like visit the king. And Xaden says, "Can you feel it?" Talking about his heart. And she says, "It's slower." He said, "There's no magic here, no power, no lure, no taunting reminding me that I can save everyone if I just reach for it and take what's offered. It's only peace." Like, he's been stressing and now he has a moment of peace. He's staring at the beach. I'm just like, I love that for him. I love that for him and I love him so much. That's all. This entire reading vlog is just going to be me simping over Xaden. They don't have the bond because obviously there's no magic, and so they're just communicating via combo. She said, Violet said, "I miss the bond." He said, "Me too, but you don't have to say what you're thinking for me to know." He whispers, his hands slipping from my waist to my hips. "I can read it in every line of your body. Your eyes are a dead giveaway too. Always have been. You have no idea how many times I almost fucked up on the sparring mat when I caught you watching me." To be loved is to be seen. Like, why is he such a romantic in this book? I am obsessed. I am freaking obsessed. Also, is it just me or is there some sexual tension between Drake and Mira? I think there is. Either that or I'm Delulu, but I can see the enemy to levering with them. Like, Violet and Xaden were like getting all hot and heavy, like close, you know what I mean? Because they're sitting there like he's telling her how he's obsessed with her, basically. And Mira said, "I swear to Amari, you two get 1 inch closer and I'm going to throw a bucket of water on you." And Drake says, "Do riders get nicknames once they earn their wings? Because I'm pretty sure yours would be Killjoy." But it's like, I feel like I see it. Either that or I'm just Delulu and I think everybody's going to end up together. I don't know. On page 204, Violet, Xaden, the whole gang just got to the bookstore. And the Norelli, this old lady with silver hair. The silver hair, I need to know. Violet was like, "You must be Norelli." And she said, "And you must be Asher Sorengel's daughter, here to collect the books he wrote for you." Oop. And then the next chapter, I'm on chapter 24, page 205. The little quote at the top is, "Recovered unsent correspondence of General Lilith Sorengel. She won't understand why you've kept her in the dark. You left too soon. Left too many of your plans unfinished. Now we can only hope the bond between our daughters is strong enough to endure the paths they've chosen. They'll need each other to survive." Is she talking about Mira? Or is she talking about the silver-haired girl, the tea girl? I really think that the tea girl is Violet and Mira's long-lost sister. I really think that Lilith knew about Violet's dad, and I'm really convinced that Violet's dad was Venom. And again, I could be just grasping at straws, but every time I see a little recovered unsent correspondence from Miss Lilith, R.I.P. Queen, it's giving something. She won't understand why you've kept her in the dark. She won't understand. You left too soon, left too many of your plans unfinished. Now we can only hope the bond between our daughters is strong enough to endure the paths they've chosen. I understand, because at the time, I guess she thought Violet was going to be a scribe. But it just, what if they had another daughter? I don't know. Anyway, they'll need each other to survive. And the silver-haired girl, the bad Venom girl who wields lightning. She also wields lightning. I'm sorry, but that's just a dead giveaway. I really just think that's her sister. And she's like, "I didn't want a relationship to get off to a start like this." Like, I don't know. I really think there's something to it. Anyway, keep you posted. Norel thinking that Xaden is Dane has me absolutely freaking weak. I'm screaming. I am weak at Norel, the woman that Violet's dad left her the books. I'm gagged. Asking Violet all those questions about her ex-boyfriend, and then Xaden realizing that Violet was cheated on and getting all jealous again. But I'm just screaming. This old woman is messy. Like, you did not have to ask Violet why she didn't stay with the prince. We're having a snack break, goldfish, and a Diet Coke. Catch back up with you guys. I'm on page 210. It's 3:46. Page 217. Turn there with me. I'm never giving you up. You know that, right? You had your chance to run. You should have run by. I know I keep switching headphones on us, but I'm on page 225. I just have to. I have to talk about this. They're holding the prince hostage, Violet's ex-boyfriend, who's a douchebag. They pull up and they only will let like royal people in there or whatever because they're judgy. And people are like, who are you? And Xaden's like, I'm the Duke of Terrandor, Xaden Ryerson. And he's probably expecting me. And this random guy says, and you are, to Violet. And before Violet can answer, Xaden says, my consort. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. Awesome. Yeah. I'm not okay. I'm obsessed. This man has me literally gagged, no pun intended. I'm obsessed with him. Like, it's been over a year, and I don't know why I'm surprised that I'm like more obsessed with him in Onyx Storm. Like, Xaden in Onyx Storm is everything. Okay, that's all. I just had a document. Update, page 238. I thought my favorite thing about this book was going to be Xaden, and it is. I mean, let's be real. It really is. But can we talk about Violet in her vigilante era? Baby girl did not come to play. She's not playing. She does not care. When they're in negotiations and they go to and Cortland's panthers or whatever those leopards, whatever those things are swirling. And then Violet's like, hey, Andarna, come hold that mother in your mouth. And then Cortland's like, oh, agreed. Baby, Violet told Xaden to sit, basically. She said, sit and stay. She said, whenever that was happening, you know what was playing in my head? Walk 'em like a dog, sis. Walk 'em like a dog. I love this book. I don't want it to end. Anyway, that's my update. Walk 'em like a dog, sis. Walk 'em like a dog. She's walking everybody in this. I can't even breathe. I'm gagged. Is Jealous Venom Xaden my favorite? Is Violet? Like, I never thought I would say that. Violet always got on my nerves a little bit. Like, I loved her. I've always loved Violet. But, like, okay. She's in her villain era. She does not care. She's like, girl, I didn't come to play. Let me take it into my own hands. You know what? Send a woman to do a man's job. You know what I'm saying? I'm obsessed. Rebecca. Okay, page 284. They are making their rounds in the aisles, and Violet just saw a girl with hair just like hers. And she just asked Mira, she was like, when did my hair turn silver? And Mira was like, it grew that way. Are you okay? And she was like, I just saw a girl that had hair like me. Mira said, that's bizarre. It's not like we have family from the Isles. She said, right? I'd never thought of it potentially being hereditary. What's going on? What's happening? Hold on. Page 287. Xaden's mom. I'm reaching in my memory. The last thing I remember about his mom. Also, not her trying to manipulate Violet into getting Violet to get Xaden to come to dinner and kumbaya with the family. Xaden has his reasons, babe. And literally, Violet, she said, you're not going to mess with my man. She said, what I need is for Xaden to be all right. If that means setting this house on fire and leaving without accomplishing anything else on this aisle, then I'll hand him a torch. Ooh, what you said, babe. What you said. Man has his reasons. But yeah, so now it's a family reunion. Like, I'm going to start calling Onyx Storm when I refer to it as Violet's Island Tour / scavenger hunt X family reunion ? 296. Xaden just found out that he has 2 half-brothers. He says, no wonder she never came back. She didn't just marry, she built a whole new family. I'm crying. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm sad for him. Anyway, Violet. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess, babe. I'm on page 316. Ferris is a douchebag. Basically, Xaden's stepdad, because he's married to Xaden's mom. And they tried to poison Xaden, which is disgusting and literally ew. But, yeah, Violet had already poisoned them. And so she already outsmarted him, and she had Andarna follow the kids. I just thought it was to see where the kids were going. No, baby. She had Andarna follow the kids. They had eyes on the kids, and they said so that she could force him into making an alliance. Because this stubborn man, even as he's literally being poisoned and she won't give him the antidote, he still doesn't want to make an alliance with her. He's a freak. He's like, I'll die before I do that. And then she's like, oh, no, you're going to do it because of your sons and because it's embarrassing that I outsmarted you in your own home. So, yeah, Violet did not come to play. She is literally, like I said, walking them like a dog. That is her anthem this entire book. I'm so obsessed. I'm gagged. Her character development is gorgeous and stunning and amazing. I'm so obsessed. Also, Xaden, like, getting so feral and her being able to just draw him back on a little leash, like, oh, I love it. I love it. Rebecca. Traeger and his griffin dying on the island where they have to say thank you for the gifts. Was it necessary, babe? Was it necessary? Cat crying in her... And then Violet having to say thank you. I'm on page 330. It's 8:26. Finally, after the island tour, we found the Irids. And now they're mad, like... Come on, guys. Like, we've traveled a long way for this. We lost somebody. God. Anyway, here we are, page 346. It is 8:44. I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan, but we shall see. I'm on chapter 42. I'm about to start it. But yeah, and Darna's little ancestors. They better not hurt my baby's feelings. They better not. Thank God, Riddick, I'm on page 359. Thank God Riddick found out about Xaden and confronted Violet. And he's like, listen, you need to tell your besties, girl. Like, enough. Let's tell your besties. And then the joke literally kills me where he's like, by the way, that strike, that wasn't me and Violet, you know, us. Like, it was us talking, but it wasn't as in, like, you know, when Xaden and Violet hook up. And Xaden goes, first, well aware. First, because I trust Violet. And second, it wasn't a big enough strike. I love the humor. I love it. Also, thank you for telling her besties. Can we all work together and try to find a cure? My God. I'm on page 364. They just got back to Basgiath. I'm feeling like all hope is lost. Rebecca. Klaus' voice. The Queen's dead. Queen, oh my God. Mariah. The special invisible dragons aren't going to help us. They say there's no cure. Someone help. Got another update for you on page 376. And Xaden, literally, we know the state this man's in, okay? He bought Violet a nightgown and left her a note that says, for the nights I can't sleep next to you, X. This man is basically a baby Venom. He's going through it. He doesn't know what his fate holds, and he's still buying his girl gifts. Ladies, if he wanted to, he would. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we read. This is why we keep our standards high, okay? I had to record that. I can't. Took a break to eat and just doom scroll. It's 12:03. I'm on page 391. And Xaden just said, you have to accept what I already have. The man you love no longer fully belongs to himself. Rebecca. This explains the playlist. I'm pissed. I'm scared. I'm getting closer to the end. Not doing good. I'm on chapter 50. It's 12:30. I'm sorry. Can we talk about chapter 49? Can we talk about that? I'm not going to talk about it. But can we collectively as a group talk about it? I'm going to need you to flip to your book, chapter 49. You know what I'm talking about. Let's just have a moment of silence. Okay. Enough about that. Not enough about that. My power, my body, my soul, it's all yours. Oh, okay. Right. Anyway, they're at Ryerson House and they're under attack. Page 425. I'm having a moment like Joey whenever he puts books in freezers because they start to scare him. Like he did that with The Shining. That's me with this book. I want to put it in the freezer. Something's about to happen. Also, we just found out that Violet's been unintentionally walking in Xaden's dreams because that's her second signet. She's a dream walker. And if anyone finds out, she could be killed. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Right. So the man in her dream is freaking Xaden because it's his dream. Right. And now they're under attack. I want to put the book in the freezer, but I'm not. I'm not gonna. All right, page 425. Chapter 53. The freaking Irids have pulled up on the scene to help. Thank God. I'm sweating. All right. Everyone's alive right now. And Darna's gone. Like, I'm not okay. That makes me so sad. I don't even know. Like, I can't. Now Theophany is making demands and has Mira. Awesome. About to start chapter 57. I'm eating popcorn like a freak. And it's 1:24 in the morning. And I can't stop. Oh my gosh. Violet is battling Theophany and she's a storm wielder. And I'm on chapter 61. All of a sudden, the POV has switched to Rihanna. I could understand Xaden's POV. But what's going on? What's happening? It's 1:46. I'm on chapter 61. About to start. Ree's point of view. Not okay. So last year and a half, Xaden was in this position because of Violet. Here's the thing. It's a year and a half later, and Xaden is in a deeper shithole than he was last time, but this time for Sigale. Oh, how sweet, how poetic. I don't care. Xaden is not okay. It's like, does nobody care? Does nobody care? I'm not okay. Are you kidding me? A year and a half. A year and a half. And now Xaden and Violet woke up. I am going to have to record a separate video on my thoughts on everything. So there's a lot to digest. Quinn's dead. And Darna is back. By the way, it's 2:30 in the morning. Auric can see like the future. She is warmth and light and air and love. Don't look for me, it's yours now. So they're married and he left her so that she'd be okay. I'm not okay. Anyway, this concludes Onyx Storm. I'm going to have to film a completely separate video with my thoughts about this book. I need to go to sleep so that I can actually register what the actual heck just happened. And yeah, We are right where we were a year and a half ago. Rebecca Yarros, count your days. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I'm not okay, and I'll have to make a completely separate video collecting my thoughts. Alright, see you in my next video, if I ever recover from this depression.